All right, guys. I thought I'd just talk about the news, talk about the Xbox news. Um, Again, I just like to preface right at the beginning that I'm not a financial expert or anything like that. Like I don't work for Microsoft. I don't um anything like that. It's just my own take on it, my own personal opinions on it. I don't currently own an Xbox, but I do game on PC and stuff like that. I just thought I'd just give my general impressions on it. Um, I'd like to just sort of cover it, cover what I've seen to my best ability, and then I've got a little drawing. I'll do a little drawing, so it helps me sort of work through my ideas. But there was a shake up within Xbox, and there's a new head of Xbox, Asha Sharma. Here she is here. Asha Sharma. See images. Asha Sharma. Yes, Asha Sharma. She's a good looking to the lady, like, but she obviously like she's a great worked her way up through the company and is now the head of Xbox. Let's wait. Wait. Yes, so like she's sort of in charge of it, and she made some she what I thought was good. I don't own Xbox, but that was a smart move to like lower the price of Game Pass. That's a really good idea because you want to just bring loads of people in. I might be a bit off the cuff in this video, but again, uh, it's just my own personal opinions. I'm a little bit annoyed because like we need I think the industry needs Xbox as competition. We need Xbox as competition because Sony needs competition to keep that a sort of vitality because you'll just have Sony sort of run away. They'll just run away and they'll just or Nintendo or something like that. But let's do the next 100. So there was an internal email to Xbox employees. I'll just quickly cover this. Like again, I'm not an expert or anything like that. I'm sort of on the outside looking in, going, "What are they doing here? It's always the case. Oh my god, next 100 days Xbox reset. This message was sent to Team Xbox employees globally. Team, over the first 100 days together, we have started to revive Xbox. Our platform teams have already shipped more updates in the last 100 days than during the prior year combined. We now have more active partners on Xbox than ever before. Our Game Pass team set to work fixing our offering and after 8+ months of decline. 8+ months of decline. Our service has started to grow again, and through Player Voice, we have a 24/7 channel to hear directly from players, creators, and developers. With the Xbox Games Showcase and the Return Fan Fest, we brought together hundreds of millions of fans globally. We reintroduced exclusives. With Gears of War E-Day in 2026 and Clockwork Revolution in 2027, players can continue to expect signature exclusives from us every year. In parallel, Playground Games reminded us that established franchises can achieve incredible new heights. These results are early, but they demonstrate what is possible when we move faster, Stay close to our community. Oh, bear with me. I've got a fan on. It's just very warm, very warm. That's why I'm wearing the goggles. There's a fan on. It's sort of quiet, but maybe maybe you can hear it. But it's very, very warm. Just a little bit of cooling. Um, these results are early, but they demonstrate what is possible when we move faster, stay close to our community, and align behind a shared vision. We have made mistakes, and will continue to make them. But what matters is that we listen, learn, and adjust the course where needed. Remember, our fans are rooting for us. Yes, yes, that's really important to understand. Nobody wants to see Xbox fail. Like that's that. Like, now we start the next 100 days. It is important to have both optimism and realism as we work to reset the business. Here are the realities that we need to navigate. Number one, over 1 billion players choose to play Xbox. That's a lot. And our games each year, for a total of 72 billion hours across console. My God. Console, PC, mobile, and streaming, excluding much of China and a few other properties. Our franchises are also among the largest and most beloved globally, and are now breaking records in TV and film, like Minecraft. Going forward, our competition is attention. There are more great games, TV series, franchises, creators, content, formats, apps, etc. than ever before. Number two, we will end this fiscal year at about a 3% accountability margin, down year over year, excluding Activision Blizzard King. Yes, see, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard King, huge acquisition. So that's a huge feather on their cap, because Activision Blizzard makes Call of Duty. It's the biggest selling games every year, it seems. It's a big game. Excluding Activision Blizzard King over the past 5 years, and we spent over $20 billion on ongoing. I should do that. $20 billion. That's like a lot of money on ongoing investments in our content platform and hardware subsidy. But our annual revenue has declined nearly $500 million during that time. Okay, yeah. Going forward, this cannot continue. This is the again, I'll say I'm not a financial expert. This is just my 2 cents in the race, my opinions on it. But we'll go through it. Number three, we are in a hardware component crisis. When I joined as CEO in February, the price we paid for console storage components was over 2 times as high as we paid last fall. These costs have since doubled again. And as we plan for the 2027 holiday season, we expect another significant increase, taking us over 5 times the prices we paid only 2 years earlier. Memory costs have followed a broadly similar trajectory. While the entire industry is facing a components crisis, we believe we have been impacted more greatly than many of our peers due to the choices we made over the last half decade. So that's interesting. Yeah, this is something impacted more greatly than our peers. So our peers would be obviously the other tech companies. Like it's just I guess it's obviously I'm not super not, so it'd be like Apple, Google, Samsung, Nvidia, companies impacted more greatly than many of our peers due to choices we made over the last half decade. That's interesting. I'm not really sure what those choices were. I like it's tough because I sort of blame them. They're sort of partly part of the problem, Microsoft, because they're so heavily invested in AI. So they're buying all these RAM and storage to facilitate the growing and ever expanding AI infrastructure, and like um Microsoft. Yeah, that's what I'll get into. This what I'll get into. Like, let's see here now. Microsoft. Oh, the CEO, the Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella had some comments about Xbox. Yeah, saying Xbox must become a sustainable business. I'll come back to that. But Microsoft is very successful, very very successful. It's valued. Where's Xbox value? Xbox Xbox valuation. Yeah, I just searched valuation, so it's 2.9, so 3 trillion. So valued around 3 trillion. That's like unfathomable. I wouldn't be able to fathom how much money that is. That's a strange thing. Strange thing that they'll go into. Maybe I can do it now. I'll quickly go in. So how do I do? So I go. That's what I find. That's what I personally find interesting. So if I go edit, draw on it. Yes. If I go markup. Yeah, this do rare. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just somewhere on the outside, but I kind of just I find it very strange because I sort of see I sort of see a person. I see a person. Let me see. I see Microsoft as a person. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft is a man. Microsoft is a person, or a woman, of course. Microsoft's a person. Here's the person. Here's the person. So this is Microsoft, and Microsoft is doing really well. Microsoft is doing really, really well. I like Windows. I'm using Windows right now. So Microsoft is doing really well, really, really well. It's making billions every year, billions, billions, and it's holding. This is what I say. It's holding the Xbox. It owns the Xbox, and it's just saying you're not profitable enough, or that's what I don't understand. I don't understand. How could Xbox not be doing well if you own it? If you're holding it, like if you can't make profitable, no one can. Your other companies will, but the push for AI, well, it's I guess their stance is not against the competition, not against the competition, which is the PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch 2. So they're saying these are outselling them. Um, I just think they could turn this around because Microsoft's doing really well. It's doing really well. So this should do well. This should do well because this is just a small branch of the company. Obviously, again, I'm just some Joe Soap online, but um, well, let's go down. Let's go back. Yeah, so that's what I sort of think because they're buying up all these parts and like it's like them walk into a shop and the shop is kind of going, well, they're hard to come by, so they have increased price, 5 times the price, but they can easily afford it, easily afford it, um, but let's go back, but that's yeah, this is probably where I'm wrong, but the price we paid over 2 years earlier, memory costs followed a broadly similar trajectory. While the entire industry is facing a component crisis, we believe we have been impacted more greatly than our peers due to choices we made over the half decade. We are currently, that may be, the competition may have a leg up due to its demand more, something like that. Like, we're currently unable to, or partnerships in place. Partnerships maybe to have strong. Their peers have stronger partnerships, maybe like an Apple or something like that. We are currently unable to make as many consoles as players want to buy. We can't make as many consoles as the demand as we can't satisfy the demand, and we need a new business model. We need a new business model. And we need partnerships for hardware as we remain committed to Helix. Helix is the new console, a sort of PC console hybrid. That through all the news I watched appears to be in a sort of high end spectrum, so that'll be interesting. So that's going to this the storage console storage components, because they're so expensive. It's going to make that difficult. We expanded our studio system, and we needed a pipeline of content to meet multiple strategies across subscription streaming devices. In the process, we have found ourselves overextended as we executed on changing strategy in a landscape of more readily available content. We are the fortunate stewards of industry defining franchises that have an enormous potential on player demand. That's right, yeah. Like Minecraft, Halo, Gears of War, Forza, the Game Pass thing as well, because they weren't getting enough. But people on other platforms were buying the games. Is that it? I'm not really sure. But let's whereas they were heavily invested in a subscription model. But they need. I sort of go back to the marketing as well. The Xbox is everywhere marketing. Where was that Xbox? But let's continue on with this. But we have not adequately funded them to compete and win. At the same time, we saw this past weekend at Showcase, a reliable pipeline of first and third party exclusives and new IP are critical to our success. To our success, yeah. So going back, it's critical to the Xbox's success. Critical to Xbox success. Recent balance between these and our investment priorities for the next 5 years. Our current platform infrastructure is not built for the battle ahead. Our current platform infrastructure is not built for the battle ahead. Our systems are overly complex, spanning hundreds of dependencies, which hinders our ability to move fast. That's interesting. Now, that's something only they would really know what that is. Engineers would know. Complex, it's spanning hundreds of dependencies, which hinders our ability to move and change within a fast-moving industry. That's interesting. We've become too reliant on vendors to operate our systems and must become more self-reliant as an engineering culture to build for the future. We must increase the value we ship to players while decreasing the time it takes to do so. Going forward, we'll evolve and rebuild our stack and look at capabilities across all of Xbox and potential M&A to help us win in hardware, PC, mobile, and streaming. To win or become more of a competition, to be able to be a competition against the other dominant consoles like the PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch. Let me see. For some of you, these realities will be surprising and even frustrating to discover. We won't succeed by hiding hard truths, nor will we succeed by doing the same thing and expecting different results. Yeah, the the Albert Einstein thing, the sign of madness is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Yeah. Let me see, it's a bit different. Like this, like the everyday wins mentality. Everyday wins mentality. Everyday wins mentality from the first 100 days. We will sprint to make progress against hardware, content, experience, and services together. Xbox is one of the few places where people come not just to play, but to connect with others to create memories. Yeah, a big community of people. Others create memories with consoles at the center of how our showcase experiences are defined. Windows as one Windows as one of the largest game platforms in the world. So there you go. Windows, yeah, Windows, Steam, yeah, Windows, largest gaming platform in the world, and incredible games under our roof. As one of the largest publishers in the world. That's right, one of the largest publishers in the world. We have the foundation in place. We have the foundation in place. Let's reset for a stronger Xbox and build the number one gaming and entertainment company. The number one gaming and entertainment company. Asha and Matt. Maybe that's Matt Booty. Asha Sharma and Matt Booty. Yes, that's very interesting. Yeah, no, it's just again, I'm not a financial expert, business expert, but my stance is because Microsoft is so successful that they can use that success, financial success, to take risks on things, to fund things, because there's a lot of failures, and so but obviously the sure bets are like Fable, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Minecraft, Halo, Forza, Gears of War, what else? Microsoft, but I think little things like the ad campaign. Again, I'm not an expert on it. The ad campaign, everything's an Xbox. Where's that? Everything, Xbox. Xbox continues its push beyond consoles with new ad campaign. Microsoft wants every screen and device to be an Xbox now. Um, yeah, this is the next one. Yeah, this is the next Xbox. Could be wrong here, but yeah, the consoles and the console exclusives are really important. It could be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not. I definitely don't have any answers, but they're in it for the long haul. A very successful company is keeping the lights on. This is an Xbox. And they are a massive publisher, so their first party games are doing really well on the other consoles. Yeah, they need to see how the market goes for upcoming new console, the Helix. Um, oh, the Microsoft CEO talked about it. Let's time me. Yeah, let's go by. Strength. Um, yeah, that's right. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella says Xbox must become a sustainable business. Um, got that loaded up. Yeah, that's right. So Satya Nadella talks about comments on it. We see Microsoft has spent years subsidizing Xbox rather than profiting from it. CEO Satya Nadella acknowledged this week as he addressed the gaming division's need for a new approach. His comments came during a Wednesday evening taping of the New York Times Hard Fork podcast. That's interesting. Released Friday. Hosts Kevin Roose and Casey Newton pressed Nadella on the future of Xbox, and a few hours after the division's leadership signaled an upcoming reset. No one can accuse Microsoft of not having invested in the last 25 years, Nadella said, of the Xbox and games business. And now we have to turn this into a sustainable business. For all the entertainment value Xbox provides, he said, Microsoft hasn't been monetizing that entertainment and has actually been subsidizing it. Subsidizing. What is that? Subsidizing. Subsidizing. Support financially. The mining industry continues to be supported. Pay part of the cost of producing something. Keeps it okay. Where was it? Yeah. He added with a chuckle. In fact, there's more monetization. There's more monetization of Xbox games happening on YouTube than at Microsoft. Interesting. Yeah. Earlier in the day, Xbox CEO Ashish Sharma had told employees in a memo, yeah, that's right, the 100 days reset, division's heavy spending and declining revenue cannot continue. Sharma, about 100 days into the job, said Xbox will finish the fiscal year at roughly a 3% margin by an internal Microsoft measure. After the company spent more than 20 billion over 5 years, even as annual revenue fell. Annual revenue fell. And as the news, Xbox is planning major layoffs and hinting at radically different console business model. Yeah, they could with the Helix, it could completely change and completely change to remain competitive in an ever changing dominant sort of business structure. And Microsoft's gaming division spent 20 billion in 5 years and lost 500 million in revenue. So Xbox is planning. So this is news. Xbox planning major layoffs. It's very negative. People losing their jobs is no small thing. Obviously, I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but if someone internally on the Xbox team did a bad job, and they could bring that person aside and just say, here, you need to do a better job here. We'll see what happens. But people losing their jobs is never a good thing. Yeah, it's at odds with the parent company or Microsoft overall doing very well. Microsoft doing very well, but we want this to do well. And there's news that they might sell it off, which I find surprising, but that may not be true. Yeah, what we know so far, as Microsoft faces rising component costs and declining hardware sales, Xbox's new CEO recently suggested that major changes are in store for the gaming division. While specific details are scant, reports indicate that yet more Microsoft employees will lose their jobs in the coming weeks, adding to the tens of thousands laid off over the past few years. sources. Um, I think I. Yeah, it's just an interesting interesting state of affairs. They're in for the long haul. They're definitely in for the long haul. They can definitely come back. They can make a few changes, and then work on Project Helix. Um, it's like the truth is we need them to be successful. We need more competition. We need Xbox to do well. We need Xbox to do well. They always have Windows gaming. They always have Windows gaming. Interesting, yeah, because it's the Steam machine, so they're up against the Steam machine. I don't know. I get it, it's a bit, again, I'm just bit above bit above my pay grade, bit above my pay grade. But I just thought I'd chime in, like just my takes on it, just my general takes on it. I think I'm not sure if I covered it well enough for 100 days. Yeah, that was the interim. Strengthening Xbox identity. We're looking at why Microsoft is giving Xbox and Mojang employees their own branded emails. And maybe the so that's exciting, but um, yeah, the Call of Duty, Black Ops 7 maybe underperformed, but it can come back. It can come back. Me personally, I just think all they need to do is just, well, sort of re-release a sort of Modern Warfare 2, or maybe it will be maybe the Modern Warfare 4, and then some bring back all the developers, and then make that stellar, and then update it over time, and just make it really stellar, and that should the quality will shine through. But that's the frustration, like the studio closures and stuff. That's what I find personally baffling, because they're doing so well. Microsoft's doing so well. They have this financial ability that they can take chances on things. There has to be failure. The failures are all hidden, and like, but it makes sense to focus in on their heavy hitters like Halo, Fable, Forza, uh, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Call of Duty, because they have incredible studios. But this is just my quick takes on it. But yeah, I have the fan on just for a little bit cool. Hopefully I covered everything well. It's just my 2 cents on it. I'm definitely no expert, but we definitely want them to do well, and we don't like hearing, at Xbox we fire people. At Xbox we fire people, but at Xbox we fire people. But I don't know. It's just my 2 cents. But we want them to do well. We want them to do well. But that's just my 2 cents. My 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. Thanks very much for watching. Definitely subscribe to our channel if you like these kind of videos. Smash that like button if you like these kind of videos as well. And I'll catch you in another video. So see you then. Bye.